I'm Christine Stavropoulos.
Και εγώ ο Νίκος Σαμίδης. Και αυτό είναι το Greek Podyssey, το podcast της Ομογένειας.
A podcast for Hellenes worldwide, sharing stories, culture, identity, laughs and a little bit of tsugrisma along the way.
Γιατί μπορεί να φύγαμε από την Ελλάδα, αλλά η Ελλάδα δεν έφυγε ποτέ από μας.
This podcast brought to you by Natasha Karamiho, your trusted legal voice in Greece for all your legal matters, and Helco Consulting, trusted services for all business and investments in Greece.
We're living in times where comedy is what we need more than anything right now. We're hungry for it, we're thirsty for it, and we're going to have some of it today on the podcast with two of my favorite comedians from LA. I'm so thrilled, Angelo Tsarouchas and Arianna Papalexopoulos. Welcome to Sydney.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, I'm thrilled. I'll just tell you quickly, when your show was in Athens, my sister called me and said, I just went to the best comedy show. She said, I was literally crying. And she said, I don't normally laugh at a lot of comedy. Yeah. I said, who did you see? And she told me, Angelo and Arianna. I went, no. She said, yes, you've got to go backstage and you've got to tell them that when they come to Sydney, they've got to be on our podcast. She said, no, you've got to do that yourself. How can I do that?
But she did. She did a good job. She told me about you. Yes, and we took a photo.
I know.
And here we are.
Sweet. And here we are.
Here we are.
A couple months later.
Yes.
And we have this is a very good example of the two different era of comedy. We can say the digitalized era, which comedy is following up on social media mostly, which is more approachable for the people. It's everyday thing on the phones, watching videos, watching shorts, and then leads to long form or live performances. And we have the standards, classic or original stand-up comedy. Is that correct?
It's true. It's true. I think what's happening now, and thanks for having us on the Greek Podyssey. It's good to be here with Nico and Christina. But the thing is now what's happening, I think, it's an age of digital creating. Arianna's an actress, and when I met her, she was putting together these, I would call them skits, almost shorts.
Yeah, short films, sketches.
Sketches.
Yeah. And at the time, they were around 3 to 6 minutes long, you know? Yeah.
Right. And then when I saw it, I thought, okay, this young woman has some really good talent, you know, funny. And I'm always open to it as a comic, because I also do acting also. But primarily stand-up comedy is what I do, and then now with the digital, Nico, with the digital age and everything, you gotta be. That's where people see you now, and we've done videos. I'll give you an example, a simple example. We got on the airplane in LA to come to Sydney. I took a picture with Arianna, just a picture. Australia, here we come. In 15 hours, it got 850,000 likes.
Views.
Amazing.
Views. Yeah, likes, views.
Yes.
So
That's insane.
it's nuts. Like I thought, and I said to her, we woke up because we're, jet lagged. And I said, I don't understand. It's almost like so I think the anticipation of it, but the only thing about social media I find is you don't know where and when it's going to hit or not hit.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that the platforms that give you the ability to reach more people, for me, it's a blessing.
Yes.
You can't, I know people that are anti-digital, anti-AI, anti-this, that, but
It's how
actually
you use it
works.
Yeah, it works.
It works.
Yes, I agree. Like Angelo said, I'm primarily an actor, right? And it was tough in the beginning. After I graduated, I got my theater degree from UCLA. And after I graduated, it was kind of, you're at the mercy of others saying yes to you as an actor, right? And so I would go in audition rooms and they would have sometimes, not all the time, but they would have like follower account. How many followers do you have? Wow. And in the beginning, I'd be like, that's not fair. Yeah. It should be about the talent, which I still believe to this day. It should be about the talent. But you can either cross your arms and scoff, or you can say, okay, I'm going to play the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so at first I was making the content to be more comfortable in front of the camera. I was in my early 20s. I'm like, okay, I need to
Aren't you
get
still in your early
footage.
20s?
Pretty much, pretty much. Like get footage for demo reels and more experience. And then I was like, okay, I like this. I loved, you know, getting a concept in my mind and bringing it to life. So it became just routine. I was doing it every day, part of my routine. And then when I tapped into the Greek niche, that's when I really cultivated, okay, this is my niche. This is how I grew and gained traction. But it's a tool, and you can use it as like, okay, you can say, oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, you know, there are problems wrong with the digital media era, all of that. Or you can say, no, like this is a tool for us as actors, as performers, to put ourselves out there, and there's no barrier, and you can create your own. That's how I've created basically my whole career.
It works.
Yeah.
When I first saw you, I went, whoa, hold on there. So I shared it with all my friends, and I became addicted to, and I knew Angelo from being on the stage and, you know, all his videos and the shows that he's done here. But yours, just, you know, and the way you do your accent, you know,
I bring the characters.
Isn't it big week?
Megalia Vilmava. It's weak.
It's weak.
And I love how you do the accent so good.
Thank you so much.
You see, that's why when Arianna told me, she goes, hey, I'm going to get up and do some open mics, you know, try out stand-up. I said to her, look, do it. Put something together. We'll put something together, and I'm going to bring you on the shows. It's another avenue of what she does, you know. And I said, as a stand-up, and it worked. And we did shows in February in Greece, Canada, United States, and now Australia. Yeah. And and the videos we've done together, we've done a few videos, but they've gone very well.
We've done a good amount, and people love it. And it's such a joy. First of all, I'm so honored to share the stage with someone like Angelo, right? It's like such an honor to be.
I'm honored to share the couch. I'm honored to share the couch with you.
Exactly. He's so humble, and I've learned so much from him because. Honestly, I mean, primarily an actor and now producer and digital content creator. But when I first started doing stand-up a couple years ago, it's new to me, right?
You know what?
But he had faith in me, and he threw me in these huge
the
theaters.
first show he did.
I mean, I'm doing theaters, and he's so calm. He had the faith in me. He's like, you're going to do great. He just gave me that confidence. But it's acting and acting in front of the camera, stage and theater, it's very different than stand-up. But I've learned so much from Angelo.
Very good.
Yeah,
and they love her, and we do QA. So, I mean, it's like, and look, I'm a big believer also that when you identify with talent, you know, I work with comedians previous to me who gave me the chance and said, you know, come on the show.
Right.
And I give it, and I believe the same thing. Arianna's very talented. Extremely.
Very.
Writer, producer, everything. Even with her brother, Alexi, who's an amazing director. And he's also in the skits with us.
Yeah.
But we did this thing called The Curious Case of the Sacred Lamb.
Yeah, a short film.
And it looks like a Wes Anderson. And it's at our St. Sophia Cathedral in LA with Father Gary, who's our friend. A very funny guy. A great priest. It's awesome. And then they're looking for this arni that they need to get because it's a whole story.
Before Anastasy, we have 24 hours to get a lamb from a lamb dealer, right?
Yes.
And we cast Angelo as the lamb dealer, and we made it a whole excursion,
Amazing.
Right? And my brother wrote it, filmed it.
Excellent.
I mean, he's acting in it and he's filming.
So the young guy in your videos is your brother?
He's my brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've also gotten, you know, millions of views on all social media platforms. We create really short films, right? And that was one of the short films that we've done.
And it was so funny because they go, you're going to play Tassos. And the way she gets to me, she brings me a dozen donuts.
Right.
And she goes, what are you doing? I said, you have to do what you have to do. It's like a Wes Anderson movie. It's really, it's a short film.
I love
but
short
it was
films.
so well done. And I even told him, I said, look, I've done a lot of these. This is like the best one.
Yeah.
Like, you guys can clearly, people, if they saw this, they would see the talent that they can make. And and I'm going to give a segue. Yeah. They have a film out now.
Feature film. Yeah, my brother.
Wow.
And that's the beauty of it, right? We're not just.
See what I did there?
I did.
I did.
Yes. Exactly. We come from a film background, right? I studied theater. My brother's a year older than me. He's a filmmaker, right? He studied film. And so we've been doing it for so many years. We've gotten so many reps in that we have dozens of short films under our belt. And then we did our feature film, John, which just got released. We got distribution, and it's released on Apple TV and Amazon. 80-minute film, feature film. Yeah, our first one.
What's it called?
It's called Jaunt, Jaunt. And this one's not Greek related. You know, we have our Greek content online, but this one is a feature film. Two strangers meet in LA, drive up the coast to San Francisco, and secrets are revealed. So it's like a postcard to California. Everyone should watch it. It's beautiful.
You're a
The dramedy.
professional actress.
Yes.
Trained. So
Yes.
your
And I
repertoire,
co-produced that.
And your repertoire isn't just Greek. That's
Exactly,
just standard.
exactly.
You want to showcase yourself in all
Everything.
genres.
Okay, we're talking about ethnic humor,
Yes.
Yes.
ethnic comedy. I know that's appealing to the ethnic groups,
Yeah.
but how appeals to the other groups that are not ethnic groups? Because for me, exploring different cultures
Yes.
and different rituals and all that, for me, it's very interesting.
Yes.
How this
I feel the same way.
appeals to
Well, it's interesting because here's the deal. There are certain inside jokes that if I do, like tonight, I'm going to do the show tonight. There's certain things I can talk about tonight that Greeks in the diaspora would understand. That's why the show is called Diaspora. But at the same time, I think when I do mainstream shows, as Arianna does too, there's certain things people will identify with. So if I talk about my Greek mom, it could be Serbian mom, Croatian mom, Italian mom, Irish mom, right? So we get that. But it gets deeper than that because you want to delve into the story. So now what's happening? Greece has become, again, it always was, but now a bigger hotspot for tourism.
Yeah.
yeah.
So now people now will watch that one thing I did about renting a car in Greece,
Yeah.
which I'd say 60% are Greeks who love it and 40% are non-Greeks who have rented a car in Greece.
Exactly.
So now
relate.
it's making a connection. So like when Arianna does yes, hello, hi, the Greek mom, everybody, and it's funny. We're lucky, Nico, we're from a culture. People like the Greeks. They like the festivals. They like the food.
Yeah.
You must say,
The history
many.
and the drama.
And the drum, not so much by ourselves. If you go to Greece, but you know what I'm saying? So people will come. I never label myself the funny Greek. Media did. So the guy goes, he goes, you're the funny Greek.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
said, Tsarouchas. They say Tsarouchas, they can't spell it.
Yeah. And also, everyone had a Greek neighbor
Everybody.
living next to him.
Exactly.
So they're-
Exactly.
They're very close to our culture. They
Yes.
can smell it. They can hear it because we're loud.
Right.
Because we cook a lot. We argue a lot. That's part of our
But
culture.
we're welcoming.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly
We're not
right.
a culture that shells people away. And that's the thing I tell about Greeks. I go, people go, and I've always said this, people should go to Greece once in their life. And the thing is that well, I used to be a travel agent moons ago in Canada. And before I did this, and I would tell people, well, what's so special about Greece? I go, the only way you can find out is by going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would come back.
True.
The argument I got was, how come we didn't come here earlier?
Exactly.
So when people see now Greece, what was it, second or third in tourism in the world, I think.
Last year?
Last year.
Second.
Second. So, I mean, people go there now, and I think what people like, first of all, to fagito. It's, you smell the salat that's coming. And then, and of course, if you said
Philoxenia.
the philoxenia and everything else. But I think as Greeks, though, now we are able to look at ourselves a little more and laugh. I think there was a time we couldn't
Yes.
because things were tough. And I remember going
We were
to
in
Greece
the spotlight for the wrong reason.
for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And I went to Greece 14, 15 years ago when things were tough. And we did a documentary film about it saying, this is why we need to laugh. And people understand it, right?
Yeah.
They understand it because we're complex people. Because Greeks are very smart, very educated, very perceptive. So the thing is, and I always say, remember we did a show in Greece and I told them, I go, the audiences in Greece get sarcasm. They get the nuances.
It was
Yeah.
all invented then.
It's all there.
Right,
That's what
right,
it means.
right.
So the only thing I always say this to people, because some people you'll get on social media is good and bad.
Yeah.
Because some
Yeah,
people on
it's
social
easy.
media, Miss Cornelis Politus said this. I go, hold on. I go, I didn't say we're morons or idiots or vlahi. I'm saying we do this.
Come on, like
Puts us on the map, though.
Sure it
Exactly.
does.
if we talk about like comedy in the ancient way,
That was
these
hardcore.
guys were like the leaders. They're bringing down gods
Yeah.
on stage.
Yeah.
They were making fun with the gods.
Yeah.
Something that was so sacred that you couldn't touch it. But they did it. Aristophanes did that in
Aristophanes.
Exactly.
comedies. Like, I think if you a comedian, you have no limits. You
Right.
should touch everything that gives you a nice content to create and to
show it.
show
Absolutely.
to the people.
Aristophanes,
Absolutely.
Nico said, comedy is tragedy plus time.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the famous quote. So
Yeah.
there, because all Greeks have tragedy.
Yes.
Alla metà, you know, like, you ever,
We haven't done that.
you ever do something, you smell something, Retia canesellore.
Yeah.
And my dad would freak out in us in the restaurant, and then like about 2 hours later,
You can hear, you know?
Yeah. You can laugh about it later. Yeah. But also, to your point, I for many years I was making, comedy sketches under just the umbrella of comedy. I did not touch the Greek humor because I thought I wouldn't have an audience for it. And it was my brother who said, try to do a sketch more Greek related. I said, I don't have followers I don't have enough Greek followers. But when I did that,
You got the
I
followers.
saw not only were the Greeks saying, oh my God, taftizome, it was other cultures. Armenians saying, that's just like my family.
Exactly.
Other cultures saying that. Or like you said, my Greek neighbor in Astoria is just like that. So it brought people together.
connects, exactly.
Absolutely, it connects. Yes.
What's been your favorite sketch that you've
Oh
done?
my
skit?
God.
Like-
People now quote some of my sketches that I made 2 years ago, and I'm like, mama. I do so much. I turn out so much content that sometimes I forget what I've done. The favorite one, I don't know.
I
mean,
love the one where you and your brother break into the museum.
Yes. Oh gosh, that guy. I woke up the following day. That was just a few months ago. I woke up the following day with, I think it was 9 or 10 journalists
Can you talk
asking
us
me
through
to
that
go
one
on their
again?
talk
You've
show.
got your balaclava, and I think you're chewing an apple.
Frappe and
Frappe,
croissant.
frappe, yeah.
Because it was right when the Louvre got broken into.
Remember they
So I'm sitting there. My brother lives up the block from me, right in LA, and I was over. We were drinking coffee, and we were talking about another project. We were talking about something else, and all of a sudden he puts down the laptop. He shuts it, and he goes, "Has anyone done Greeks rob the Louvre?" and this was about 5-6 days after they broke into the Louvre, and I go, "Oh my God, no!" He goes, "Get the green screen up. We got to write it right now. It's going up tomorrow." And sometimes we churn it out like that. And I'm so lucky to have my brother who's a filmmaker. We put the green screen up.
You had the Louvre behind you.
I wrote the rough draft because he had other work to do. I come back to the apartment. He goes, okay, let's make it more specific. So we're collaborating. We're writing it. It took us a few hours. We film it within an hour. And he edited it all night. It went up the next morning.
I loved it.
I mean,
you're walking around, you're sipping your frappe, you're looking.
And the mom's calling both of us. Yeah, because it's funny. It's like we take, and that also really, first of all, it's evergreen, so it'll always be online. But it also was so relatable because it was such a universe, and it was like, okay, that was relevant that week in the news.
hot
That was a
topic.
huge topic. So we like to think like that. It's thinking smart.
Relevancy.
Relevancy.
You know what I was thinking when I watched that? I'm
Yeah.
thinking, right, your next stop has to be the British Museum for the
I know,
Parthenon sculptures.
exactly.
Why? Just do that now.
I know.
in the British
We
Museum.
need to. I need to. Well, we put a nod to that, right? The
Yeah.
British stole our marbles.
Yes,
And
yes,
now
yes.
we'll steal what?
Exactly.
Milo, right? Yeah.
When it comes to investments and business opportunities, you need more than promises. You need experience that delivers. You need people you can trust. Helco Consulting provides strategic partnerships, clear methods, and services with a strong presence in Greece. Helco Consulting, your trusted consultants in Greece.
When legal matters affect your business or life, you need guidance you can trust. Natasha Karamihu provides expert legal advice, protecting your interests and navigating every challenge. Natasha Karamihu, your trusted legal voice in Greece.
So where you started from this tour? So here's the first stop, Australia.
No,
Greece.
Okay.
Greece was.
Greece was first.
Okay.
So I'm doing it. So what happened is we put, I started it in Greece. We did it in Athens and Thessaloniki in February.
And I opened for him there as well. I was
And
there,
too.
yeah.
So
Okay.
Arianna's on it with me there. We've done shows before, and then now, really, Australia is the second stop of it. And then it's going to be bits and pieces around. So we're trying to see where we're going to do it. So every 2 years I come to Australia, I try to put a different show together. You know, you try to put the old and new together with it. And I thought it was perfect timing. I told Arianna, I said, well, she was not going to be in Greece, so she opened the shows. I go, look, a foot face is still on it. Then I just asked her, yeah, she never
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
So the perfect fit.
Perfect collaboration.
How was Athens and Thessaloniki, Arianna?
Incredible.
Okay, tell me your experience.
My experience. Well, you know, a lot of people ask, is the show in Greek? And it's mostly, our sets are in English, but we sprinkle in the Greek, you know? I mean, Angelo first has different sets for different, right? If it's not in a Greek audience, he has his own set. But I mean, it was so amazing to perform in Greece. First of all, I was staying at an apartment. He gives me the address of the theater. It was down the block in Kolonaki. Incredible, beautiful theaters. I mean, I'm so blessed to have, to go to these amazing, incredible theaters, historic. I mean, we're performing tonight at the Enmore.
Yeah.
That's a huge, iconic theater. Yeah.
And to make people laugh.
Exactly. But performing,
Tell me
and
about Thessaloniki.
Thessaloniki was different. You know, and that was an older
he's
theater. That
from
was,
Thessaloniki.
Oh, you're from Thessaloniki.
Half Thessaloniki.
I hadn't been to Thessaloniki since I was like 17, so it was a treat to perform there. Yeah, it was amazing.
And we did it, and you know, we did it on Signo Benti
Yes, yeah.
that night, and they were sold out.
Yeah, we
Really?
sold
On
out.
Signo Benti.
Everyone's on the road.
Everybody's on.
everyone's on
Remember, we
the road.
saw them.
Yeah.
There's stuff going. They're all in carnival mode.
Yeah.
And they were worried,
That's
and we did it
wafting
at
Yes,
we did it
yeah.
at the Colosseum.
Colosseum.
The Colosseum Theater, which is another
Legendary, yeah.
legendary
Yes, that's
theater
very
in-
old.
And
Is that in Navarino? Navarino Colosseum?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
at
yeah,
Navarino, that's
yeah,
where it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
but Thessaloniki is such a cool city.
I love
It
it.
is.
It's
Yeah.
And a foodie city.
Yes.
It is.
Foodie
And
city.
Thessaloniki has actually created most of the artists, like singers.
It does. It
Really?
It's very
Yeah,
artistic.
I know Athens more, but I loved it there.
Very
Yeah.
artistic.
Like right off a
city.
few of the top of your head, there's a lot of top-notch
come out of
musicians that have come
Thessaloniki,
out of
yeah.
Thessaloniki. Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's
Well, Mitropano.
Panos Marinella,
Marinella.
Kazatζίδης,
Ο Τσιτσάνης, το πρώτο μπαράκι που είχε.
All those
Dionysiou,
guys are all
Wow, all from Thessaloniki.
Tsitsanis.
Tsitsanis, ναι.
He's from Trikala.
Ναι, αλλά είχε το
But he
μπαράκι
had
εκεί.
his tavern.
The tavern.
Okay.
Uzeri Otsitsanis. That was the name.
Right.
And it was down in Kalamarias.
Oh, Desmond Van Die's from there too, isn't it?
Δέσποινα, Νατάσα Θοδωρίδου.
That's from Thessaloniki.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we like singing.
Oh, yeah, they totally did.
Oh, we like exposing.
We got a great vibe. But you know what's funny? When we were there at Thessaloniki, something interesting happened. We met this girl. Okay, she was from Skopje, North Macedonia.
My
who
friend,
came- they're your
language
friend,
learner.
they
Yeah,
came.
yeah.
And then she does content that I met these guys in the Agora there, where it's, and the guy goes, hey, Tsarouchas, μου αρέσουν πολλά τα sketches που κάνεις. Από πού μέρος είσαι? Turkey.
Yeah.
It's Turkish. So what I saw now, and this is what I told Arianna, I'm telling you guys, what I saw was, although they're not Greek, there may be Greek envy, but these were people who are Turkish, Skopje, Bulgarian, Albanian, Armenian, my wife's Armenian. And what's happening now, I think, they somehow can latch and identify more to the Greek. For some reason, Greek singers, Greek artists, we dominate a bit
We do.
because we're very kalotechnides, we're good at what we do.
I love this self-promotion.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
But-
All true. All true.
No, but it's true. And then somebody's going to say, oh, you're over your Greekophile. No, but to think about it. And I noticed that even with Arianna's stuff, even on my stuff, you'll see people writing stuff and they're from Holland or whatever the place is, but they're not necessarily Greek.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the Greek singers, probably internationally in the world, are more beloved than any other international singers.
Yeah.
They go to Israel, they go to Bulgaria.
Oh, yeah,
They go all the Armenia. Any Greek singer that comes
They
to
go
LA,
yeah.
any Greek singer comes to LA, 80% of the audience is Armenians.
Yeah. Well,
Assyrians, Armenians.
I said, yeah, they love it.
my Armenian car mechanic in Los Angeles, I went in to get my car fixed. I have an old Mercedes. and he's listening to Kara. And
Yeah.
like, let's dance now.
They
What
love
the
it.
hell?
They love
Tuesday
it.
morning, right? They love it. Yeah.
I love your Greek accent, Arianna.
Thank you.
It's very Greek.
great.
Precise,
It's
yeah.
very Greek.
Her Greek's
Nothing
good.
to do with.
Thank you. Yeah,
You're American born, but your
I'm
Greek
American
accent's
born.
brilliant.
Thank you. Thanks. My mom is from San Francisco, third generation Italian American. And my father was born and raised in Greece. So we always went to Greece, right? Since we were little babies. I mean, every year, a couple times a year sometimes. And people ask, they say, Greek mom, how do you have your Greek mom character if you don't have a Greek mom? I said, because I would go, I mean, all summer, right? For 3 months from like 13 years old up until now, right? I have so many Greek women in my life because all of my dad's side of the family lives there that I created this character. I've always loved characters, by the way. I mean, like, because I was always performing as a kid, my parents' friends would leave and I'd be mocking them. I would do their voice right when they would leave, right? Because I just loved characters and voice and all of that. So my Greek mom character was an amalgamation of all the Greek women in my life, and I made that character. And I was always good with the accents.
How do they feel now watching you emulate the Greek mum, the Greek
Right. I think they love it. I mean, I don't tell anyone who it's after. You know, I take bits and pieces, right? She's my own character, but I think they. I mean, you know, it's amazing. Yeah.
I love it when you speak Greek, it's flawless.
Thank
But
you.
I love when you do the English with the Greek accent.
Yes,
It's brilliant.
Well, and then I also take it from my dad. My dad has lived in America for so many years, but still, we were just talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, some things he gets mixed up, or he's talking about someone, and we're still in the kitchen. Anytime I'm home in San Francisco, my mom and I roll our eyes because he's talking about a man telling the story, and then he's going, and then she went, and we're like, who's she? Yeah, it's he. He mixes up they mix up the articles,
Like
they mix up the pronouns.
The standard. That's standard.
I'm like,
That's the best.
he see, and then she went there, and he did this, and we're like, right? But it's
There's a
still,
peek of that.
I talk a little bit about, you're coming to the show, so you'll see a little bit of, you know, some people say, you make fun of your dad. How does he feel about that? It's not making fun of. You gotta love it yourself, right?
But you know, you do one thing I like.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of things. One thing you like is when she plays the massage therapist in Greece. And there, you're making fun of Americans.
No.
So, you know, but what you say, you have the gum chewing. You must have gone somewhere.
Do it now.
Yeah.
They go,
Oh my
no,
God. No, it's so funny because it's like what Angelo and I said. Sometimes we'll premeditate a sketch. You know, sometimes things are a little bit more loose, and sometimes I write a script and it's like, you know, we follow the formula. But it's funny that some of the videos that we don't premeditate so much and it's a little bit more off the cuff, those fly more than the ones that you spend more time on.
Isn't that strange?
And it's funny because when you bring up the massage therapist one, I had 30 minutes to film that. And I did it with my friend who's American, who lives in Athens. And I only had 30 minutes, and I was very fast with it. And then I edited it, and I said, I don't know if this one's going to do well. And
Have you done anything with food?
Yes,
American food versus Greek
we
food?
also have clients. Angelo and I had a client in the Fat Greek in Ukaipa, which is a couple hours away or an hour and a half away from LA. They hired us to do 3 videos, and so that one flew too. We did a really good job with that.
And we do we went to the Great Greek in LA, who's our friend on Ventura Boulevard, and the audience, he lets us use his restaurant anytime.
Amazing.
And it's a great place. And we did there's a show on TV called The Bear.
Yes.
And so
about
we
Chicago.
Greekified it.
So we did it our own, like, you know,
The
go to
Greek
the
Bear.
cuisina. I think when he picked it up, and it was all improv.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was all
And
improv.
Alina was the
Yeah,
one, my wife was filming us, and people were like, dude, that's my family.
Yeah,
Yes.
So I think they can identify with,
they relate.
you know, I'm like the bottom part of the kitchen, whatever, the Greek way.
Yeah.
All these
the Greek
things,
way.
you know.
Yeah.
I think if people identify, as long as they can identify with the characters, I think then they connect to it. That's why they like it.
That's
And in the
good.
delivery, of course. Your delivery.
course.
Delivery. I think stand-up must be the hardest form.
Oh, I agree. Yes.
And for you now, Arianna, doing stand up with Angelo, he must be a bit of a security blanket
Oh,
for you. knowing that,
100%.
You know, you've got him to lead you and
show me the ropes.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
And to bounce
Absolutely.
off him on
He's a
stage.
comedy legend, and he calms me too.
I'm throwing her in the fire, though. She's got a lot of us. I'm going to tell you something about her right now, Christina. A lot of people wouldn't do it. Okay, now, when I said to myself, because even the other comics were, "Are you sure?" I go, I got all the confidence in this girl. I go, she's going to be fine. But he goes, yeah, but you know, Andrew, I go, no, I get it. But he said, you're not going to take that chance with everybody. And that's a good point. But with her, she's up to the challenge.
Yeah.
I go, look, Arianna, I've thought, and nothing. She wrote, I haven't written stuff for her. But the thing is that we make adjustments.
Yeah.
Like, you make a little, like a musician, this.
The tune up.
Tune it up like this or kind of like that. Laid back a bit, so it's good. So you're right. Stand up, Christina. You live and die on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's immediate. There's no rehearsal.
There's no.
It's the most judgmental as well because the audience is there.
Of course. I mean, I think if you could do stand-up, you could do anything.
Absolutely.
And when he asked me to open for him a couple years ago, I said yes, and then I learned how to do it. Because I had fear, but I said, deal with it. You got to do things that scare you, right?
Yeah.
You got it, So,
Nice. I want to ask both of you, pick up the top 3 Greek actors or actors that you think they established the Greek comedy.
I can tell you right now the 3 I got.
You got them?
Oh, yeah. I can tell you right now.
Oh, gosh,
Get
I
ready.
don't know
You're
if
coming
I'm
in.
ready.
For me, and I put it in this order, not necessarily in this order, John Cassavetes, Telly Savalas, and Melina Mercouri.
Wow. Oh, my
Okay.
gosh, those are amazing. Now I'm stealing those.
Yeah.
I was waiting to hear more classic Greek,
comedian.
like Orestes Makris or...
yeah, you see, because,
Yes.
so I'm
No, it's interesting.
And I know what you're talking about. I think from my perspective, Nico, it's because those were the guys that I was affected by the most.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I worked with Nick Cassavetes on
Did
John
you?
Q. Yeah, he directed.
Amazing, yeah.
And I worked with him. So I know what you're saying. I wouldn't know because those are amazing actors from Greece.
Right.
But I'm more like, I guess, Greek American.
That put
No,
the
no.
Greek
It makes
on-
sense.
on-
Yes,
yeah.
yeah,
sense,
100%.
that influence, that I saw the influence. But Melina Mercouri, I thought, because she won the
crossed the
Oscar.
line,
She
yeah.
crossed the line.
Right.
Because, Never on Sunday and Zorba the Greek were
Incredible.
back to back.
I was going to say
Yes.
Anthony Quinn's not Greek,
Everybody
but the
thinks he's Greek.
movie playing the Greek actually put Greece on the map
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, totally.
And that was Theodorakis.
Sodorakis, yes.
Right.
That whole thing, and it was building Crete.
Right.
You can go to the beach
Right.
Yeah.
in Crete. But it's interesting because now, when you look at it, I think now one of the best actors that people maybe don't know is an actor from Montreal, Elias Cortés.
I don't know.
And he's been in everything.
Really?
And he's not because he's a Montrealer, we grew up in the same place, but Elias Cortés was on The Sopranos, does all these films.
Oh, I must know
with
about
Adam
that.
McCoy, and he lives in LA. And he's been on some of my shows. And I give him a shout out. He's an actor's actor.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
really, but when you see him do his work, he's like, he's
Right.
more a Pacino and all those kind of guys, right?
Amazing.
But you got a lot of those people. But the Greeks have such great actors.
Yeah.
You know,
Excellent actors.
How about
I got to
Ariel?
think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't say it now.
Oh, you
yeah.
have to
Can
come
I
back.
come back to
You have-
Zorba?
I'm coming back to
You have to
Sydney.
come back.
I'll come back and come back. I need to think. That's a great question. There's so many, and now I'm like, I don't want to say the wrong people.
But the influence of movies, like, I'll go back to Never on a Sunday and Zorba the Greek. Someone said Beethoven had his da-da-da-da, but Mikis Sodorakis only needed 2. Da-dun. So
That's
when
it.
people hear that,
I mean,
da-dun,
legendary.
you know, Zorba
Yeah,
the Greek,
you
Mikis
know it.
Sodorakis,
Right.
and
Yeah.
you needed those 2
Yeah.
notes.
And I
That's a
need
great
to
point.
say, to put the thing straight, that was Zabetta's composition.
Yeah. Of
And
course.
he took it from Zabetta and he used it.
Yes.
Oh,
Really?
interesting.
Don't say anyone.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So this is
and
like
he used
Kanye
it.
West stuff now.
So Zabetta
find out.
Where did
said
he
to
get
him,
it from?
Mickey, what's going to happen? Who's going to pay us? Like, who's going to fix us?
Right.
And I said, yeah, I'll sort it out for you. And he didn't.
Oh, no.
Till a
Later.
few years later, he put his name on the intro.
least he did that.
Yeah, he did that like years after.
I'm glad because I love Zabetas. He's one of my
Yeah.
Of
favorites.
course.
So that's
He's,
a legend too. Well, same with the guy that did Batman. The original guy that claimed he wrote it wasn't. It was a guy named Bill Fingers.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds like and
Yeah, I know.
later on they sued the studio. So
That happens a lot more than we think, probably.
some people create art and others steal it.
Eleftheria
Unfortunately.
Papayonopoulou was notorious. She wrote so many songs and just would give them out for nothing because she had a gambling addiction. So a lot of the people that have taken credit for her work was actually Sosta de Leo Nico.
yes,
Yeah?
true.
Yeah.
She sold
She sold them.
her art,
Okay.
her lyrics. So actually,
It's a little different. Yes,
yeah, it's-
yes.
But they
it's
didn't
different.
write. She wrote them, but
Yeah,
it
but
gave them the
she
rights.
gave them- yeah.
The rights.
She gave
yeah.
them the
Yeah,
rights.
so
Okay,
that's
fair
it.
game. Fair game.
Okay, so
yeah.
what?
Tell us about your show tonight.
Yes,
I like
exactly.
talking about this stuff. This
I
is
know it's
interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
I like it because it's a good point, and it's like, and when you make art, and sometimes they always say that imitation is the best form of flattery, right?
exactly.
So sometimes you gotta accept that.
Yes, no,
When
I
you-
agree.
And in
I
our
agree.
business, you have to accept it.
I-
You just have to accept it, especially on the digital media landscape.
Oh
It's
yeah. Tell me about it.
happening.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
happening all the time. But yeah,
'Cause
So
you can't sorry.
yes,
You
yeah.
can't copyright.
you
what
can't copyright
Not-
it.
yeah.
And that's the thing. You can,
It
know,
sucks.
we all draw inspiration from people, right? I mean, we draw inspiration from different art mediums as well in life. But yeah, you can't. And it's a blurry line there because people rip content all the time. Yeah.
Arianna, have you tried musicals?
You know, I did
there you
musical
go.
theater in high school, but then I left it. I didn't, I'm an actor who can sing,
She's
but
got a great tone.
oh, thank you.
Nico would know.
The projection of her voice, it's there.
Yes,
So you can make a good
Thank you.
musical.
I know. I should think about
Yeah,
that.
let's go next
I-
week.
yeah.
Great Mom,
Yes.
Great Mom the musical.
Rick Mad the musical.
There you go.
I would need some lessons again, but
I've got the title,
yeah.
Mama Vio.
Mama Vio, Mama Vio.
That's funny. That's
Mama
funny.
Vio, Mama Vio.
That's funny. Well, you didn't know.
That's
You didn't know,
actually
but
funny,
that
yeah.
is funny.
Please
Mama
mention my
Vio.
name.
Yeah.
Mention my name.
Trademark that, Nico.
So whatever happens,
Right, exactly.
It started on
It
Greek
started on
Podyssey.
Greek
With
Podyssey.
Nico, yeah.
That's funny.
I'd love for you two to do a movie together.
Oh yeah, I know. We need to. It's we work on so many different projects, but we've been saying that too. And I know the audience wants it. They love
They
us
want to
together.
do
It's good
something.
synergy.
We wrote, but you know what? Ako curioso me puti vlog po ng kanita videos. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm on
It's
the
a
road
lot of
a lot.
work
It's a lot
churning
of
out,
work,
but it's
right?
a lot of work what you do. Yeah, I feel like we learn from each other in that way too, right? Like we're always.
I'm on the
I learned
road
from
all
you on the
time,
road,
and
on
you're-
stage, and we love creating together. I mean, we make
When we
great.
do stuff together, it's
we
fun
laugh
too.
so
Of
hard.
course.
Yeah, the bloopers are like our favorite part.
No, that's the best.
I know, right?
That's the best.
Yeah.
That's the best. So what do the audience tonight should expect from your show?
You know, they should expect to laugh a lot. He's just a legend on stage. I mean, I think, I do a nice solid between 10 to 15 minutes. I warm the audience up. And then Ange comes on for an hour, and then we get back on together,
That's
and we
nice.
interact with the audience,
The
which I
QA.
think they
Yeah,
love.
we do a little QA type of thing.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's
It's
beautiful.
fun.
So good.
And the crowd they kind of like it. This show, Nico's got a lot of new stories in it.
Yeah.
Because what's happening now, I'm starting to look back in my life, being on the road, diaspora, which is Australia, Canada,
Yes,
New
everywhere.
Zealand. Where this show is pretty much about us.
Yeah.
And for people said to me, it's a departure from the stuff I've done before, because what's happening now is I'm remembering stories of when I was single.
Yes.
When I were growing up with my dad now, I was talking to my sister and she reminded me of those family car trips from Canada to Florida. And it was like,
imagine.
and the music we were listening to. And so what's happening now, I think, we're having a renaissance. If you notice, a lot of people who may gotten away from their childhood or from growing up are coming back to it now,
Yes.
Yeah.
because it's a memory now. And he's waiting, and if you don't have that, and I think people, the reactions we had, because we did it in Greece, people, even though they weren't from North America, in Greece, they understood the dynamic of it.
Angelo, did you ever feel the need to carry on the stories to the new generations? Because these stories are fading out.
They are.
They're
They
fading out. No one's getting in the car now with 6 people full of packages and to go for a road trip.
They're all like on their phone. Okay, we went to Neil's yesterday. But I plugged in Neil's chicken, Theo, and that's the best chicken.
Angelo was talking about this damn chicken, and I'm like,
man,
It is good.
I went, he's right. It's like I said, what's the secret? I asked the chef. He said, we marinate it for 48 hours before it's on your plate. I thought it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So I don't.
You just got a free plug, Neil.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Theo. But the thing is, there was a young kid at the table across from us.
Yeah.
Maybe 9, 10 years old. And we got up and Theo, the owner, came over and goes, Angelo, the little boy wants to get a picture with you. Oh, and I thought, he's only 10. So you see, to me, what makes me happy, it's not the recognition. What makes me happy
That's why I'm asking
is generation
Yeah.
that a 10-year-old or 11-year-old heard my stuff. And it's almost curious, even my daughter, who's 13, she understands. Like, I'll tell her stories about Papu and Yaya. And it's a good point that we, through comedy, through art, through music, we need to continue that.
It's
We need to keep it alive.
Planet them with that.
yeah.
But it's cross-generational, right? I too, when I see different fans and the different demographics, okay, they're from all over the world, but then kids followed up to like older people. It's nice. It's like, okay, good. It's resonating with different age groups and all of that,
that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all
The
about.
continuation.
And I know I talked about this on the other podcast that we were on, Ange, but I also think people are really craving live theater with everyone's on their damn phones.
Yeah.
And it's I love making the
Yeah.
content for online and the short films and my sketches, but there's something about live theater that you can't take away.
Can't
You
get enough
can't
of it.
replicate, right? You can't get enough of it because
Yeah.
everyone's on their phone. Everyone has ADD. They can't sit and watch something for more than 2 minutes. It's nice to connect with a live audience.
It's a problem.
And with
It's
the
a
threat of
social
AI,
problem.
right? We
Yeah.
talked about this with the threat of AI. People want that more than ever.
Exactly.
It's an easy thing, the AI, because now we're creating like mini documentaries.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we started one with Onassis, then we
Right.
went to Dr. Papanicolaou,
Right.
the pap test, and the views were like that, bam. We have
Wow,
people
yeah.
going down and say, no, you can't use AI. And I say, what do you want me to do? Wake him up from a
Not
grave
going
and taking
anywhere. I
an
know.
interview?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
an
have much to-
educational thing,
I
yeah.
don't have, it's just, I want to pass the stories
Right.
as they are
Totally get it.
because it's historically accurate. We don't overdo it. We
Right.
don't say BS on
Right.
the
And
dogs.
it's been shared thousands of times.
Oh, wow.
So thousands more people are
Right.
learning about the
We have
story.
the other things. Yeah, well, where can we watch the full movie? Oh, that people think it's a
Right,
trailer.
Always,
Right.
we get that
Right.
too. Even for Curious Case of the Sacred Lamb, where's part 2? Where can
Yeah.
I watch the whole thing? That happens a lot. That's a big compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not from me, from
They
my
want more.
for you,
for
Nico.
runway.
Yeah. They want more.
But think about it. There's generations. I'll use Italian Americans. 7, 8, 9, and I'll meet them. I'm Italian. I go, where's your family from in Italy? And they don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
Yeah,
to me,
that's
that's the most
sad.
important thing. Last year, so my wife's Armenian, so I took my daughter. We went to Greece. She knows where her family's from in Greece. Then we went to Armenia.
Yeah.
Because your mom's family's from here. So for me, it's important as a parent to show my daughter, okay, these are your These
Your
are your
roots.
roots.
Right.
Because so many people, and that's a good point, Nico, that so many people, like I'm Italian or I'm Serbian.
But
Where's
what does
your
that
family
mean?
from?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I go,
Droppy.
Yeah. That's your identity.
But
That's
Greeks,
your-
every summer, that is the thing.
Passo
Yeah.
You're
Furioso.
going to Greece because
Yeah.
the Greeks
Yeah,
have that
pasta
fear.
curioso. Yeah.
Yes.
Now I hope I keep the fear.
Yeah.
And
I
I pass
function
that on
here.
to my kids.
I know.
Yeah.
Because also Greeks in Greece aren't having as many kids, right? It's difficult with
Yeah,
the
it's
crowd.
true.
Point.
So
True.
it's like we got to keep that alive.
Good
we got to
point.
keep the Greek language alive,
Yeah.
right? We got
Well, look, what you're doing right here is keeping it alive.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Greek
Good
Podyssey,
point.
what
Yeah.
you
And
doing
that
here.
was our motivation for starting the podcast.
Wonderful.
That
yeah.
was our
We wanted to connect the diaspora of the world
With the
through
language,
podcast.
culture,
Yeah.
with
And-
good,
Great
wonderful
podcast. I
people.
watch it.
Yeah.
You guys need to come on.
Yeah, of
We're
course.
going to go on it for sure.
All right. Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you
We're
so
looking
much.
forward to it.
Yes, it's going to be a blast.
It'll be
Thank
fun.
you for coming to
Thank you for
Australia.
coming.
Thank
You
you
both,
for
you're
having us.
amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely loved you.
I love
Lovely
your set.
meeting.
I love your podcast.
I know, you're
Nick
wonderful.
and Christina, continued success
Yes.
because we need more of this. We need to have more of this.
So we can have more of this.
Yeah.
More of this. Bravo, exactly. And
More
it's
of
a
it.
good point because, it erodes and it erodes and then it's like an ancient city gets covered in sand and then it took seknas.
And a
Yes.
high five.
Yeah.
High five to that one, man.
And high five.
Thank you very
everybody.
much for being with us.
Thank
It's
you.
We've
an
had a
honor and
wonderful
pleasure
time,
having you.
and I don't know if I'm starstruck, but I'm starstruck with our fans. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Arianna. Thank
Bye.
you.
This podcast brought to you by Natasha Karamiho, your trusted legal voice in Greece for all your legal matters, and Helco Consulting, trusted services for all business and investments in Greece.
I'm Christine Stavropoulos,
Κι εγώ ο Νίκος Σαμίδης. Και αυτό είναι το Greek Podyssey, το podcast της ομογένειας.
a podcast for Hellenes worldwide, sharing stories, culture, identity, laughs, and a little bit of tsugrisma along the way.
Γιατί μπορεί να φύγαμε από την Ελλάδα, αλλά η Ελλάδα δεν έφυγε ποτέ από μας.